Do you want to talk news now?
Sure. Wait a minute. There's something wrong with this outline.
What?
It's been edited without my permission.
What?
It says news, multi-platforming, and Wombat's Rainbow Sexy Talk.
Yep.
I'm not aroused.
You will.
I will be.
I was gonna say, should it be Wombat's Sexy Rainbow Sexy Talk, or Rainbow Sexy Seige Talk? I couldn't know if the Seige should be in there or not.
I don't know. Well, go on with your sexy talk, and let's see how aroused I get.
See, I had
waiting.
I had an Xbox
Skeptical.
Live burning a hole in my pocket.
I checked the box.
He's so skeptical.
And I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege.
Wait. Okay, so you bought like some special edition or something?
Yeah. I had the base edition.
Got it.
Literally the base one, the one that Chipper has that was $1.50.
Got it. That
was actually gifted to me. I'd never spent any money on Rainbow Six.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 seasons worth of operators of different characters that I did not have. So, and I had some Xbox Live credit. So for $20 out of pocket, I bought the Ultimate Edition of Rainbow Six. Which gave me all the characters from all 4 seasons. So basically the super version. About $120 worth of stuff.
Pretty good.
For 20
So now you're awesome? Is that what happened?
So it's not necessarily that I'm awesome, although it is kind of cool to go in there and see everything unlocked as opposed to seeing the gray boxes, the gray you're a loser boxes.
Right.
So
I feel like a real man now, Wombat, that you got that Ultimate Edition.
You've given them your money.
Right.
You know what? I've been playing so much of that game. It's literally been the only game I've been playing for extensive amounts of time over the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And I'm enjoying it.
What's the difference between the operators? Because when I think Rainbow Six, I think literally no characters whatsoever.
Well, that's this game, if I had to describe it, it's like the anti-battle royale, where instead of being dropped off in a big open field,
you start with
no
one
weapons,
person and you're all of a sudden have 100?
No, instead of 100 people, it's only 10 people. And the maps are fairly condensed. And you're not looking for weapons. The weapons you start with are the only ones you get. And each character has different weapons. And there are very few characters that have the same weapon as another character.
So they don't have personalities, they just have weapons?
They have different weapons and they have different special abilities. Okay. And the different special abilities come in very handy. And you want to be on a team that has a variation of the different abilities, because different abilities come in useful in different situations. Like there's what's her name? I believe her name is Frost.
Oh, she has ice magic.
She doesn't have ice magic, but she does have bear traps. And she could set up bear traps right by the doorways. And then I actually recommend throwing barbed wire on top of them, because it makes them harder to see.
Wouldn't that set them off?
No, it does not set them off. You can put the barbed wire on top of the bear trap.
Carefully.
And then you and then when the person walks into the doorway, bear trapped. And that's kind of cool. There are people that can, blow a hole through a wall. And there's also a guy that could use a sledgehammer and knock down the wall. But there's also a guy that he could just hook up a little thing on the side of the wall, and you take a few steps back and you push your button and it shoots like 3 grenades into the room. And you just hear it go bloop, bloop, bloop. And then poof, and that's pretty cool. I've killed a couple of people that way. And it's very satisfying, but each character has its own different unique ability. I can't believe you have it and you haven't played it yet. It's almost, and I've mentioned this before.
If you're going to tell me it's exactly like Borderlands again, I'm not going to believe you.
No, it's like if they made a G.I. Joe game like this, it would work. Like, you could take the different, because each one of these characters is like a rip-off G.I. Joe character.
Wait, do they have like the flare?
What do you mean?
Like, are they like G.I. Joe characters?
Yeah, they have
like,
skins and everything. Different outfits.
Yeah, different outfits.
They all have different. Yes, everyone.
It's not just like a guy that has a baseball cap on, another guy has a baseball cap.
If you play everyone is from a different country. Sledge is a dude with a sledgehammer and a gas mask. Don't ask me why he has a gas mask, but that's what he looks like. And then they just released the stealth guy with the veil on his head who looks like Cobra Commander. I mean, every one of these people looks completely different. There's a Capitão, who's a Brazilian guy with an eye patch and a crossbow. And he's the only person with a crossbow. And you know what? The crossbow is badass because the crossbow shoots, and when the arrow hits the wall, it sets off explosions for some reason. Again, it's so G.I. Joe-like. Everyone looks different. Everyone has their own things going on. And the rounds are fairly quick. If they actually made a G.I. Joe-themed season, that would be the best thing they could ever do. Ubisoft has done G.I. Joe licensed stuff before, so they must have a contact. Kind of bums me out that they haven't done it.
Click on that link I just put on there when I just looked up Rainbow Six Siege operators, and you'll see why I don't know any of this at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can kind of see how they look.
They all look like
these pictures look a little gray. I know. Well, Valkyrie has the thing on her head, and you got
it's the same person with a different hat.
It looks different when you're playing in game,
right? But this is this is what I see when I look
it's all
up
gray and black.
It's all gray and black.
I understand. I understand your point, but no, you're wrong.
That's fine. I'm perfectly happy being wrong. I'm just saying that this game,
and you already own it, so it's not like you could say I can't believe I bought this game because of you. You should play it and check it out. We should play together. I really think you would like it. You could see Capitão. He's got the little the hat with the eye patch. If you scroll down.
These character designs do absolutely nothing for me, by the way.
Those are probably like the standard skins, which are like basically like military uniforms. When you get to like the better skins, they're more.
But again, it really comes down to you're not looking at the skins when you're playing anyway. So, I don't know, whatever.
I'll try it sometime, but I'm still.
But he won't tell you when.
Right. I won't tell you when. I'm still playing Borderlands 2 though now. I'm back into that.
Come on, give it a break. You've already finished that game twice.
I'm still going through the DLC. There's a lot in this new DLC. I finished the main story of it, but there's a whole bunch of side quests and everything.
You're the worst. A game of Rainbow Six takes at max 15 minutes. You can find 15 minutes and play with me. 15 minutes.
That's not appealing to me.
I'm just saying, at least you'll play more once you've realized, oh, this is a lot of fun. That's how they hook you.
It's just multiplayer, though?
Yeah. It has the terrorist hunt, which you can play alone, and it has like operations, which you can play alone. Those are only alone.
It's like training.
But,
it's like a
but the meat of the game is the 5-on-5 multiplayer.
Yeah.
And if I enjoy it, then how bad could it really be? And and what is this? Someone asked House Punter wanted to know who my favorite operator was. Having just unlocked the ultimate pack, I don't really know. Although I do like Thermite from the original unlockable set, as well as Sledge. And from on the defense side, I like Rook. And I like, why can't I think of the guy's name? The guy who with the armor, who puts the armor plating on the walls. So would be my,
Plate Man.
Plate Man. So that would be my
metal
dishes.
Wall.
Dishes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He puts metal plates in the walls. I get it. Dishes. That's funny. So Castle, I believe his name is. Castle and Rook.
Nice.
Which, isn't that the same thing? So there's that.
Only in chess.
And that was the joke. So check it out. Play it. I have everything.
I have it on PC.
You don't need everything.
I have it on PC.
I know. Well, you should buy the Xbox version for $12.
How about
it has the season 1 operators, so you'll have
shitty. I get shitty and sucky. Great.
You'll get shitty and sucky. No, you'll get the eye patch dude with the crossbow.
I get a shitty with a nice gray uniform and sucky with a nice black uniform.
No, you get the dude with you get the Canadian girl with the bear traps.
Oh,
is Canadian Shipwreck? Is he in the pack that I have? Or
no, you don't have any of the Canadians in your pack. Sorry.
Boo.
Sorry, dude.
I will think about it. But...
I like how down you guys are on something you won't even play with me.
I'm not down on it. I'm just being honest about my opinion, just of what I see when I look up stuff.
I know, but you haven't even booted the game up yet. So I'm telling you own it. Boot it up.
Blame Shipwreck. I'm in the clear because I've played it and I'm invested in Apex Legends.
Well, that's just it. It's like for me, it's the anti-Apex Legends.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not why though. It's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really anti, but
I don't think they're similar.
They are online only.
Yes.
Filled with
That's literally where it stops.
Microtransactions.
Yeah, there is too many of those.
Okay, team of 5 instead of team of 3. And shoot people with guns. Shoot people with guns. Run around. They're a first-person shooter. Good to go.
No, not much running. You don't really run around.
Well, there's some running. It's a lot of crouching behind things and waiting for other people to walk.
There is a lot of crouching, but you can rappel up buildings and you can blow up walls. Those things.
I found Butt Stallion last night.
Who?
Butt Stallion in Borderlands 2.
Congratulations.
I know. It's very exciting.
But I hope people like hearing me talk about Rainbow Six because that's where I'm at these days.
I'm fine with you talking about Rainbow Six. I just don't think it's. I can imagine that game. I can imagine playing it. I do not think it'll get its hooks into me.
I'm not saying that it's going to be your favorite game. I'm saying that I think that for 20 minutes once a week, you would enjoy playing around with me. That's all I got.
I could believe that. I could be led to believe that to be true.
Yeah, that's the basis of my hypothesis. On a Friday or a Saturday for 20 minutes, you and I could play around, and you would say that was not the worst thing I've done this week.
I believe it.
Yep, that is my whole mission statement.
Can't Jon Snow just send me a code that has like all the operators so I don't have to play with Shitty and Sucky?
Why don't you ask Jon Snow for a code for the Xbox version, and the three of us could play, and we could stream it?
I just did.
And it would be the most popular thing on the internet, and everyone would be like, this is amazing.
What do you think I'm doing?
Perfect.
This is it.
You get it on. You get that on the Twitch, and your Twitch channel. You're going to get all the chips and bits. You can. You would know what to do with them.
Right. I will. Right. Once we're ready to relaunch the new website, I'll start streaming on Twitch again to promote it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm really like honing my Apex Legends skills right now, so that when it comes showtime, I'm not embarrassed.
I was gonna say you haven't streamed in forever.
I know. I'm waiting for something for a reason to do it.
Okay, well,
waiting for something to promote.
Playing CAGcast team up Rainbow Six would probably get the people motivated, especially now that Chipper has that new fancy headset.
All right. How is that headset? Have you tried it yet?
No, I've not had time to try that one out yet.
Next week.
Next week.
You should play Rainbow Six with me and try it out.
Are we done talking about Borderlands?
For this week.
Okay, good. Oh, I did notice at KWM McCain wrote in, and he asked if we're up to date on the new Assassin's Creed DLC and wants to know if it's worth going back and playing. I haven't, but I've seen some posts about it. And there's like this, they have this whole Atlantis thing going. And people are saying that it's pretty impressive. But I don't know that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very good.
But it sounds like it's super long. Like I guess the third part of the Atlantis DLC came out. So that means there's 2 other parts that seems like a lot. Is it really worth them making all this content, you think? For the season pass? Like are that many people?
I don't know. It seems to be like the Ubisoft way is to make a lot of content for games that are not new anymore. But there's still more operators coming to Rainbow Six.
Well, that I understand because that's sort of a platform for them. And I think until the new
one comes out.
There's no voice soon. Work in that for the operators, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is?
Not a lot. They don't say much.
But you don't unlock voice lines or things like that.
No.
That's sort of par for the course in games like this. You should be able to do that. I mean, that's something they can put in their loot boxes.
No, this is just it's weapon skins. Their big thing, the hook for people to buy stuff are the charms. Charms is
those are lame.
I don't mind them.
All right,
I also have
no more Rainbow Six. We're done talking about Rainbow
I
Six.
have like 15 of them anyway,
about
though, that I
Assassin's
got
Creed.
free. Assassin's Creed.
Anyway, it looks good. I'm tempted to
Borderlands
pick it up.
2.
Borderlands 2, old games.